Hey guys, it's Miss Caster. Let's go ahead and turn to page 12 of our packet, and we will go ahead and begin taking a few notes. Okay, so we are changing an equation to slope-intercept form, and we are solving for y. So when we are solving equations, we do have two variables here, so we are solving for our y variable. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my line down the middle. Then I'm trying to get y by itself, so I need to subtract 3x and then subtract 3x from both sides. I'm subtracting because my 3x is positive. Okay, so let's see what I get. These cancel out, and that's 0, and then I have 2y left on the left side equals, now this 8 and this 3x cannot be combined. They are not like terms. So I'm going to go ahead and put my negative 3x first, and then plus 8. Now, from here, I am still trying to get y by itself, so I know that 2 and y are being multiplied currently, and I need to undo that multiplication. So I'm going to divide by 2. If I divide by 2 on the left side, I have to divide by 2 every term on the right. So I have y equals, and this negative 3/2 cannot be reduced any further. So I've got negative 3/2 plus, then I have 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. So this is my final answer for number 1. Now let's take a look at number 2. It is very similar. So the only difference is that my y is negative. So we're going to do the exact same process. Still going to draw my line down the middle. Subtract 3x, subtract 3x, and then what I have left here, 3x minus 3x is 0, and then I have minus y equals negative 3x plus 1. This minus y really means that I have a negative 1 in front of my y. So if I have negative 1y equals 3x plus 1, let's take a look at what I did on number 1. Whenever I had a number in front of my y, I had to divide by that number. So over here, I do have a number in front of my y, and that is a negative 1. So I need to divide everything by a negative 1. So divide here by negative 1, divide here by negative 1. I need to extend my line a little bit. So I have y equals, and 3x divided by 1 gives me negative 3x. Then a positive 1 divided by negative 1 gives me a negative 1. So that is completely solved. Let's take a look at number 3. This one is a little bit different, but still the same process. So whenever I have a number outside of a parentheses like this, we know we need to distribute. So I take that 3, multiply it by my 2x, and I get 6x. Then I have 3 times negative 1, and I have a negative 3. Over here, nothing changed. Now I need to, again, get y by itself. So I'm going to add 4, then I'm going to add 4. Please notice that I'm adding 4 and negative 3 together. I am not adding 4 to 6x. So on the left side, I have y equals 6x, does not change. Then I have negative 3 plus 4. Negative 3 plus 4 gives me a positive 1. Do I have y by itself? Yes. That is how I know I am completely finished. Okay, let's go ahead and scroll down to a little bit further on page 12, down to number 7, 8, and 9. You will do the other 3 on your own. So looking at this one, again, we are solving. So I'm trying to get y by itself. So I take a look and see what is keeping y from being by itself is my 3x. Again, with the 3x's. So I'm going to subtract 3x, subtract 3x, then what I have left over, those cancel, and I have negative 5y equals negative 3x minus 15. Now, I have a negative 5 times y, so I need to divide by negative 5. Then if I do that on the left, I have to do it to everything else. Divide by negative 5 and divide by negative 5. So on the left side, I just have y left over. On the right, I have negative 3x divided by negative 5. So negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive, but my 3/5 cannot be reduced any further. So I have a positive 3/5 x. Negative 15 divided by 5 gives me a positive 3. Now I'm going to graph this equation. So my m is my slope, which is 3/5, and then my b, which is my y-intercept, is a positive 3. So I'm going to come to my graph, and I'm going to find my y-intercept at 3. So 1, 2, 3. Here is my y-intercept. I'm going to go ahead and plot that point. And now, please remember that my slope is rise over run. So I'm going to rise 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to run 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plot a point here. Now, if I were to extend this line further down towards the bottom and to the left, then I would need to go the opposite direction than I just did. So I just now went up and to the right. So now I need to go down and to the left. So I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go to the left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's my other point. So I'm going to connect these dots, and my line looks like that. Okay, you need to do number 8, number 9 on your own, along with number 4, 5, and 6. And 6. Okay, if you have any questions, I do have tutoring tomorrow after school, so please go ahead and stop by if you have anything that you need answered. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see y'all soon.